Don't look away. This minute could tilt your world off its axis. Every leaf you've ever seen is quietly performing calculations, rearranging molecules from thin air into life itself, with quantum tricks we still barely grasp. Plants actually engage in quantum tunneling to channel sunlight into food, outpacing anything human technology can manage. There are creatures deep in the ocean that communicate with light. A squid's entire skin becomes a living display, shifting in milliseconds, patterns flickering messages as complex as language, unseen in the dark, but all around you in the water's velvet hush. There are mushrooms that breathe in the forest, linking whole acres of trees, an underground internet of roots and fungal threads, sending warnings and sharing food. So every tree is both itself and not itself. The forest is thinking. Somewhere right now, the oldest living organism is sharing your century. Pando, a colony of aspen trees, has been alive maybe 80,000 years, reshaping its own body piece by piece, outliving every language, empire, and god we've ever known. Your bones, meanwhile, are constantly being rebuilt. You are not the same person you were a decade ago. You are a memory with a heartbeat. Inside your gut, trillions of bacteria hold counsel, exchanging genetic material, manufacturing chemicals that whisper instructions to your brain, deciding what you crave, how you feel, even which risks you'll take. Are you making your decisions, or are you negotiation between a parliament of selves, only one of which calls itself I? In the sky overhead, cosmic rays, atoms flung across the void by ancient supernovas, are smashing into your cells right now. Each second, you're struck by particles born before the Earth, their arrival setting off neutrons that split DNA. Every instant is a new version of you, half stardust, half accident. Elsewhere, physicists have entangled diamonds, literal jewelry, across distance. So disturbing one in a lab zaps the other's quantum state instantly, as if the world's most delicate secret handshake happened between gems. There's a bird, the bar-tailed godwit, that flies 7,000 miles over open ocean without stopping for food, sleep, or rest, following a map written only in its muscles and nerves, guided by a compass that sees the world in a spectrum we cannot fathom. Touch your arm. At this moment, wave-particle duality says you are both here and not here. Electrons swarm as potentials. Your solidity is an illusion of probability, more silence than substance. The atoms in your body have changed identities countless times since you were born. You are a pattern, flowing, entangled in a cosmic game of musical chairs. Every flash of déjà vu, every dream you remember for just a heartbeat after waking, sits on neural networks that overlap and cross over. Scientists can now pinpoint the exact synapses replaying these moments, sometimes triggering them with a wire, showing that reality and memory are braided like DNA and just as easily edited. The sun is losing mass every second, billions of tons an hour, its core fusing atoms so violently that neutrinos shot from its heart will pass through a light year of lead and never notice. Right now, trillions of neutrinos are flooding your body, witnesses from the heart of a star, and you never feel a thing. If you took the number of possible chess games and wrote each one as a novel, there wouldn't be enough atoms in the universe to hold the books. There are mathematical truths, large cardinals, unprovable by any means we know, that exist somewhere higher than logic itself, hinting that reason is just another island, surrounded by an ocean of mystery. In a flash of lightning, the air becomes plasma, so hot that atoms rip apart, a miniature sun blooming and fading before you even notice. And some octopuses store their own RNA editing code, rewriting their brain chemistry on demand, trading certainty for flexibility, remembering the present better than the past. Outside our planet, there are rogue worlds, planets without stars, drifting alone between galaxies, yet some hold seas beneath frozen crusts. They could be cradles for life no sun has ever warmed. Lost in the night, their stories forever out of reach. You hear only what your brain expects. It deletes most of reality to keep you sane. Your entire world is a hallucination, a reconstruction so believable you forget it's an approximation, a fiction stitched together from scraps and best guesses. Right now, as you listen, everything you ever knew is balanced on the thin thread of electrical pulses. Somewhere, a black hole is colliding with another, sending out a gravitational vibration, a shudder in space itself, that someday will ripple past, tugging ever so slightly on your atoms, and you'll never feel it, though the universe itself just blinked. If you're feeling unmoored, know this. It's not a flaw, but a feature. To be alive is to live with the unimaginable. Existence is stranger, denser, and wider than any mind can hold. Every day you wake up on the moving edge of the possible, and everything you thought you understood is just the first domino. You are already a miracle of cosmic accidents. Let the weirdness in.